This is a Ramana Maharshi clip, a talk by Ramana Maharshi with comments by Richard Clarke. This is a time to listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is talk number 20, part 2. Maharshi, which is the real power? Is it to increase prosperity or bring about peace? That which results in peace is the highest perfection, siddhi. Questioner, but common people in Europe and America would not appreciate such an attitude and would desire a display of powers and instructions by lectures, etc. Maharshi, lectures may entertain individuals for a few hours without improving them. Silence, on the other hand, is permanent and benefits the whole of humanity. Questioner, but silence is not understood. Maharshi, it does not matter. By silence, eloquence is meant. Oral lectures are not so eloquent as silence. Silence is unceasing eloquence. The primal master, Dakshinamurti, is the ideal. He taught his rishi disciples by silence. Questioner, but then there were disciples for him. It was all right. Now it is different. They must be sought after and helped. Maharshi, that is a sign of ignorance. The power which created you has created the world. If it can take care of you, it can similarly take care of the world also. Questioner, what does Bhagavan think of the lost soul mentioned by Jesus Christ? Maharshi, think what there is to be lost. Is there anything to lose? What matters is only that which is natural. Such must be eternal and cannot be experienced. That which is born must die. That which is acquired must be lost. Were you born? You are ever existent. The self can never be lost. Questioner, Buddha advises the Eightfold Path as being the best so that none might get lost. Maharshi, yes, such is called Raja Yoga by the Hindus. This dialogue between Maharshi and the questioner delves into what real power is, the significance of silence in spiritual teaching, and the ever-existent reality, which is your real identity, the self. Maharshi starts with a fundamental question: which is the real power? He contrasts the desire to increase prosperity with the desire to bring about peace. Maharshi's response is profound. He asserts that the power that leads to peace is the highest power, or siddhi. He emphasizes inner peace and spiritual realization as the goal. The questioner raises a common concern. The expectations in Europe and America is for displays of power and instructions through lectures. Maharshi says that lectures may entertain temporarily, but do not lead to real change, to lasting improvement. Instead, he points to the power of silence, which is both permanent and beneficial to all of humanity. He calls silence a form of eloquence, surpassing oral lectures. He draws parallel to the original master, Dakshinamurti, who taught through silence to his disciples. The questioner expresses doubts about silence, suggesting that it may not be understood. Maharshi dismisses this concern, indicating that silence in its true essence is eloquent, more eloquent than speech. The power which created individuals and the world itself is capable of taking care of both. The questioner then brings up the lost soul mentioned by Jesus Christ. Maharshi's response is deeply philosophical, emphasizing the impermanence of all things, that what is born dies. He says that only the eternal, the self, truly matters, and that the self can never be lost. Finally, the questioner references Buddha's advice on the Eightfold Path to prevent anyone from being lost. Maharshi acknowledges this path, equating it with Raja Yoga in Hinduism, different spiritual traditions sharing common ideas and principles. This dialogue shows Ramana Maharshi's profound teachings on the importance of inner peace, the power of silence in spiritual instruction, and the eternal nature of the self. He emphasizes that true power lies in realizing your true nature and finding peace within, beyond desires for external displays of power or possessions. So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now